Hello, Internet. Pike again. I don't know why I'm doing this. So, this game is already driving me insane. So, for some reason, this game believes, or is trying to make me believe, that this man must have worn shoes. For some inexplicable reason. And that these footprints clearly indicate that there were 3 intruders, and that one of them swapped shoes with the bishop. I dare say there's no evidence for that at all, but since Sherlock says it, it must be true. Yes, I know. When I press the left shift, I can run. So I'm running. Will you get the police now? For some reason, I know that this is the Victorian age, which means that it was permissible for a gentleman to break the law for the greater good. That is, to help a lovely lady, for example, or to frame a blackmailer. Like Watson and Holmes have done before. Breaking in and destroying evidence, you might say. But this is a murder case. What reason would Holmes have for not letting this person get the police? You can get the police.
You have no right to search here.
I know, I totally agree with you. I totally have no right to search here, but the game is falling.
Closed.
Yes, he doesn't give me the key, and that's totally okay. I wouldn't give the key to Sherlock Holmes. Well, I would give the key to Sherlock Holmes, provided I am totally certain of the fact that he is actually Sherlock Holmes. But this guy probably doesn't know me. Anybody could have. We could be 2 of those ruffians coming back later with nice clothes and the right shoes. I can't see my own shoes. You got nice shoes too. So what do I do now? I can't do anything. Can I talk to you?
Let us look at our deduction board, Watson.
Oh yes. Oh yeah, deduction board. Okay. Okay, maybe this helps. Okay, lack, shoes, wealth, veranda. Chest, torture, penitence, bishop, and flask. Okay, let's start at the top. Lack. The bishop's shoes are missing. I still think this doesn't make any sense, but alright. For the sake of the flying spaghetti monsters, blessings. Let's assume that the bishop absolutely wore shoes. Maybe the referent said that. Offline, you might say. Like, not recorded in the game, but maybe he said, oh, by the way, something very important that I want to tell you. The bishop always had shoes on, even in bed. Okay. And he only had 1 pair of shoes. 1 pair only. And he always took it with him, wherever he went. So she's one of the murderers left in different shoes. I don't agree with that either, actually, because what you can see are footprints of 4 different shoes. How that proves that 3 came in and 3 left, one of them wearing different shoes, is beyond me. It could also just mean that 4 people came in and left. Because you couldn't really see them going back and forth. You just had 1 print per shoe. But, okay, I don't know. Maybe the game's not showing me everything. Which is not a good start, but okay, Okay, one of the murderers is a member of the clergy. No, one of the murderers left wearing the bishop's shoes and carrying his own, I might add. Because otherwise we would have found them in the rooms, right? Okay. One of the murderers sells shoes? Yes, definitely. The murderers are poor. One of the murderers came back for his shoes. We have no evidence for that. We don't have any evidence for that either. Maybe he's a shoe fetishist. Or maybe there's something important about the shoes. Provided there were any shoes. But okay, let's assume like, yeah, he was like, hey mate, that soon-to-be dead guy has nice shoes and I'm a poor guy and I've no shoes, no good shoes, so yeah. Okay. I don't know. This is decidedly worse than I thought it would be. Okay, wealth. The bishop didn't own anything of value, not even his safe. We don't know that yet. The safe is closed because the referent won't give us the key. So this is an assumption. What about the veranda wasn't searched? So they was after something very specific and they knew beforehand that it would not be found in the veranda. Yeah. So these people were obviously, since they're poor, what would poor people want from a bishop? They would want everything valuable that he has. So if poor people come in and only want something specific and are told beforehand that this something specific is not to be found within the veranda, it obviously means that somebody hired them and told them exactly what to do. Yay. So I'm not all stupid. Thank you. Chest. The murderers were unable to open the safe. Why don't you call it safe? Why do you call it chest? I don't know. Yes, they were unable to open the safe because the bishop did not tell them how. Because they couldn't torture him because... yeah, that's obvious. The bishop was mortifying himself. He was used to pain, which means he resisted the torture. Right up to the point where he died, which he no longer had to resist the torture. Which means the murderers came here to kill the bishop? No. The bishop's murderers got what they wanted? No, they did not get what they wanted.
Perfect. It is evident that the Bishop of Knightsbridge's killers were after something specific, and that they did not find it. Reverend, I shall ask you one more time. Open the chest. The item they were seeking must still be inside. It is unlikely that they will let this matter rest. They will most certainly return to finish what they started.
And I'm telling you once more, the chest is locked and shall remain so.
Very well. We have reached an impasse. You are a stubborn man, Reverend. Watson, accompany our friend to the police station and return with Inspector Baines. Baines and no one else. I shall wait for you here. Go. Alone at last. Now I can continue my investigation.
There's nothing more to investigate, unless, of course, he wants to. Really?
I need something.
Oh my goodness. Holmes, you just told these two to get the police, finally. Which they are now doing, which is great. And that means that if Inspector Baines walks through that door and you have broken into the veranda, which was locked, and both the Reverend and Watson can testify that it was locked, then why would he do this? Why not just wait? Baines will tell the Reverend, open the bloody door. The Reverend will say, yes, Mr. Inspector, and will open the bloody door. Why? Why? And what does this all have to do with the pearl necklace? Probably nothing. And it's already obvious that these pegs are needed to open this, but I can't take them. What's that book actually? Can I read that? No. Alright. It's this, right? Yeah. This is insane.
This lock should be easy to pick. Let's see.
Wow. Okay, very good. Like this?
There we are. It is simplicity itself.
Yeah, and totally illegal, but yeah.
There isn't anything much in this room. It must be used as a reading or meditation room.
This is a bishop, which means he does not meditate. He prays, which is something entirely different. Come on. Up. Okay.
An ink stain, quite fresh. This stain is just on the edge of the rug. Let's see. There is nothing on the floor, yet the ink must have soaked through the rug.
The mystery of the second stain. You do not do. Okay. There's the ink.
This inkwell was tipped over recently.
So, the bishop has a hidden cache underneath this rug. Let me just tell it to you. So, okay. Recently, huh? Quite recently, probably. Because what does a bishop do when he spills ink on his rug? He calls for one of the servants, the housekeeper, and tells him, go take this rug, clean it, and also clean the desk. He wouldn't leave it like that, so let's change this to very recently. So, alright, so very recently. Let's assume the bishop was inside the veranda and maybe even heard them coming. He spills the ink on the rolled up, or the carpet, the rug. Picks it up, puts it in place, thereby moving it so that the stain on the rug and the stain on the floor do not correspond anymore.
An ink stain. The ink stain on the floor comes from the ink on the rug, but they are not in the same place. Someone has moved the rug recently.
And since the criminals were not in the room, it must have been the bishop himself, because this is his apartment. So let's just imagine he's standing here. He has some secret cache underneath the rug. He hears them coming. He has the rug lying here. He puts the stuff back into the cache. And thereby dislodges the inkwell. Creates the stain. Puts the rug back in place, wrongly so. Goes out. Locks the veranda. Just has time to somewhere hide the key, maybe in the safe. And then they burst into the room. Was that the sequence of events?
That is curious. There is something strange on the floor. Certain stones have been marked out, just like a chessboard.
How strange, Holmes. So all we have to find out is how to open this obvious little trapdoor. Which would mean there's probably nothing important in the safe apart from the veranda key. Okay. I still don't understand what that has to do with our initial case, and I still don't understand why Holmes is putting so much unnecessary and criminal energy into solving this. What does he know that I do not know? We only have the affair of the pearl necklace, and I can see no connection whatsoever. So all we know is, hey, the bishop asks me, Sherlock Holmes, to come. So we can talk. And I come, and he's dead, tortured, and has an obstinate referent. But still, if I ignore all the stupid stuff that has happened so far, let's just assume that these clues are obviously pointing to what I have on my deduction board, though they do not. Then I guess this is what happened. I mean, I don't know what this building looks from the outside. Maybe he was actually sitting here and heard them through the window. Jumped up, ran here, removed the rug, got the... or rolled it back so it was lying here, grabbed some important letters, spilled the ink, put the letters into the cache, replaced the rug. There's some more of those pegs here. Okay, ran outside, locked the veranda door. He must have put the key in here. And then sat down back here, waiting for them to come in. His mind set on resisting to the very last, which he did, obviously. But I still have no clue who sent those three. I still don't know what they wanted. All I know is they like whiskey. Which is actually strange. Because whiskey is rather a very expensive drink, especially at that time. So, I don't know, poor people would drink gin. Workmen of that day and age, they would drink beer, or they would like porter or ale or gin. But whiskey is actually pretty expensive. But since this guy had none because he was not prone to alcohol, as we heard, maybe that's how they got paid, or rather that's how they got motivated. So anyway, looks like we have to find a way to open this now before the police comes back for whatever reasons. Pike is signing off.